give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. The red man was pressed from this part of the West. It's not likely he'll ever return to the banks of Red River, where seldom, if ever, his flickering campfires still burn. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright, I see the light of those flickering stars. Have I laid there amazed and asked as I gazed if their glory exceeds that of ours? Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Well, I told him we had bodacious amounts of whiskey. And they could see there was a little lisp in his lip over here. It started to trickle.
A little tickle in his lip.
Yeah, it twinkled at me. God, I think I'll come over here. They won't let us have that shit over there.
That's the first chew I've had since.
Last one I get.
I haven't had a chew from you for
It's the old Motel 6 granary. And some of the dudes and wranglers that we're going to trail ride with AC Ekker. A couple of the folks all saddled up, looking forward to a great adventure.
see the sand ridge up there on the other side of the hill. That's where rumor has it that the posse was right up there when the fight began with Indian Ed and Silvertip and Blue John. They'd have had to have been up that high to have shot back into the cave here. And then they came out after he got shot, and the other one went up on the hill. I think right up through that rock squeeze there, or right there, to get out of the battle and get up on top where he could shoot back at them.
In the cave where old Silvertip and Blue John used to live. You can see the water running out of there. Nice sweet spring in there. A couple other caves over in there for shelter. Look on down the draw into Robbers Roost Canyon.
That's all you view. Can you record that on real slow speed?
You can see the vantage point from up here on top of the slick rock, up above old Silvertip.
The cow's walking down past the corral.
They can probably see that, Ron.
Millard Canyon from Millard Canyon Overlook. Sal Mountains in the background. The Millard Canyon Arch. I believe this might be the land of the Standing Rocks is over in there someplace.
On over to the new ranch house. The old black dog that hangs around here all the time. out of the corral and we'll pick at what he's doing, what he does best here.
What do you eat on, Pritchard? Huh? Pretty bad, I know that. An airplane coming in for landing.
That's something you don't see every day out here. Crow Sheep's cattle drive. That's a boy. A face only a mother could love.
That cat don't look like it's too friendly.
The old Crow Sheep's spring, and it looks like it's just about dry.
Yeah.
Okay, we took a metal detector, and to listen to her, there was over 100 rounds of bullets suspended. We never found the place of potassium in that.
They've been right up on that sand ridge. And the story goes, the way I heard it, you know, the way it was told to me, was that Blue John then crawled out of there and crawled up through Dragon Rock someplace and got up on high where he could shoot back onto that sand ridge. So that means that he had to get up high, see, in order to get level with it where he could shoot at. But I think if you had a metal detector, oh yeah. He'll make a full circle now.
You gonna go feed them city slickers some of that wine, AC?
No, sir. I don't
Just save that all for...
Took it from 30 to 38, and then my dad bought it from the grandmother. Here's some shit you guys get a kick out of. Why don't you spend an hour or two here? See, Pearl made me this book, and there's all kinds of poems and songs and shit like that. You know, some of the old shit that you don't find anyplace else.
When was this house built, AC?
48.
And before that, they was over in the cabin over yonder.
Well, there was a house and a garage here, and in 48, this house and garage burned down.
Oh.
See, here's some of the special ones that ain't in any place else. This is one Pearl wrote for me, see? There's a poem that she wrote for me. Just, now here's about, see, and shit, there's all kinds of in there.
Huh.
That's a picture of my dad. And that picture was taken off in a movie that was taken at Rock Creek Ranch in about 1976 or 7. He died in 78. We was standing there together. We'd flown everybody, all the river guides and stuff like that we had. We flew into Rock Creek on Desolation because I owned the charter company in Green River. And we flew everybody in there and we did a big fancy supper, Dutch oven, Cornish game hens and shit like that.
Well, if you'd have come around to the granary last night, we'd had mutton for you. You'd have.
I wouldn't have had it. I ain't that fucking hard up for something to eat now. I'd eat that dirt right out there before I'd eat that mutton.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah. And I don't show everybody this, but you guys are welcome to look at these old albums.
Oh,
Now, there's some old stuff, boys. I mean, that's way back when Ring was a pup. There's 1927. That was my dad, in front of the bank in Green River, in 27. But if you're welcome to get them out of there and look at them and then just put them back in there.
Okay.
Here's, you guys seen Redford's book, ain't you?
No, I haven't.
That one? Right, that picture was taken. Right there, there's the old cabin right there in the granary. This is the buckskin stud that I had then. That was taken right here.
That winter time?
Yeah. Here's another picture of winter time. See, it snowed about 6 inches when I was here, or 8 or 10. That's a black stud that I had, and he was running right down there under the dam. But then there's a whole chapter here on this place.
Now, I read that article in the National Geographic. You went up
Yeah.
with old Redford up the hole in the wall, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't up there with him, but when they come down here, why then we contracted them to do the outfitting here. See, we provide the horses here and down to Page. I hauled horses from here to the Page. See, there's Robbers Roost. That's looking off into Millard Canyon. Yeah. Have you guys been over to the Spur Corral in that country?
Not the Spur Trail.
You need to go over there and look at that. That's a pretty neat old place. That's Millard Canyon.
We went down to Land's End yesterday. And
Did you?
sneaked around down
You see any cows down there?
Yeah, out along the trail there was a few. It seemed like they were too far down though.
See, now that's right here. That was the night before it snowed. See, that was taken from right up there on that hill right out through the haystack. And there's the Henrys in the background. This is where we was eating supper. There's Daddy. There's Redford. That's me. See, that's looking out of the shop right down there.
Oh yeah.
See, he just saddled old Buck. There's my dad. We'd been branding over on the spur right there. See blood on his hands?
Mm-hmm.
That's the spur corral. See, I was roping one out of the herd there, and there's Redford and Daddy sitting right in front of the old cabin down here.
Well now, how do you get over to the Spur Trail?
Yeah.
Trail.
You know where the ranger station is? You went by it yesterday. Instead of going on by, just turn left and go north.
Up toward Horseshoe Canyon?
Yeah, same trail. And then when you get down there about 3 or 4 miles, then turn and go back to the left again. There's only one left turn out there. And just take it just like 3 or 4 miles from the ranger station. Now this is running right up the road. You guys just come down that road. See, there's the Henrys, and the house is right behind that hill. We were just running up the road there. I don't know where that one was taken.
Boy, that looks cold.
This is taken right out here in the flat. See, that's Pete Tucker, and that's my dad. That's Terry Menger. This is Redford, that's me. Looking to see who in the fuck's gonna fall off. She knew somebody was. Okay, this is that black stud horse right out here in the flat. Right after the morning after that snow. See, that's standing right on the pond dam, looking right straight out there. The Hanksville will be right there. There's the Henry Mountains. So if you just go out there and stand on the pond dam, you'll look at that. This is down at the Roost Corral, where you was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You still use them corrals once
You
in a
bet,
while?
yeah. See, there's the Henrys. This is riding right out through there.
They
About 200 yards from the house.
brought a photographer with them, huh?
Yeah. His name was Jonathan Blair.
National Geographic photographer.
Yeah, see, there's the little old house that was built in 1912, and that's the shop.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the morning of the snow. And then we took the horses down to Glen Canyon. these are our horses. I left here one day about noon after they left and hauled the horses straight to Page, and they went down to Bullfrog and got on a boat and went straight to Page. And I met them there the next morning, drove all night to get the horses there, and then I had to be back the next morning in Colorado to hunting camp. So I drove all night long, run over an old doe right there, Blandy.
Do you still do hunting and stuff?
No,
There's not many deer out here, is there?
Oh shit, there's just one here and one there. I saw an old doe down there to upper water pasture 3 or 4 days ago or something. But you don't see anything. There ain't no deer, there ain't enough to hunt.
Yeah.
Well, I better get it going, boys. You guys can look at that. Here's another book that some people sent us. There's some of the pictures of the Angel Trail and shit. It's going down through this where
Oh,
they're swimming in horseshoe.
I've done that before.
Sure. He's cutting the nuts out of that bull there and sawing off his ears and stuff. That's old Hanksville. My place in Hanksville. That's the paintings. Of course, been down there. There's all kinds of shit. You guys, you know, now that I know you and stuff, I don't mind you coming in and looking at this kind of stuff.
Well, we appreciate you letting us because this is pretty neat stuff.
You're welcome to kind of treat it like home, you know. It ain't like as if we was going to move in or anything, but
Yeah.
you're welcome to come and look around and stuff. And if you see somebody here tearing shit up, I'd expect you to kind of look out for me.
Oh, we'll do that.
We'd do that. Well, next time we come down, I'll have to give you a call. And
Why don't you give me a little head start, you know, and see if we can't get organized, because I'd sit and drink a whiskey with you and you know, we'd visit about outlaw stories and ranch stories and shit like that.
well, this is the best country there is. We like this a lot better than going up the mountains and.
Well,
No,
this
it's
time
just-
of year, it's just perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
how on the Christ can you beat this weather?
I got one question. When does the cat claw berries come on?
They should have been late September. They're just gone.
Okay, then we're a little later this
You're
year.
like 3 weeks late.
Last year we ate them down in the.
God, ain't they good?
Oh, they're.
Make the best goddamn wine in the world.
Is
You bet. You can squeeze them and make wine out of them son of a bitches. Goddamn, they're good. We call them Weump. W-E-E-U-M-P is the Indian name.
Yeah.
Weump.
About foundered on them down at
Yeah.
Frenchie's
Yeah.
last year.
It'll make your shit to have them seeds in them too. If you grab them, just like the coyotes.
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 Well, I was looking forward to having some, but they was gone. So
Yeah, you
I
might
thought
be
maybe-
2 or 3 weeks late.
I
Well, we'll
thought
call
maybe
you next
throw it
time
in.
we come down and try and get some big steaks together and have a barbecue and some whiskey and
God, we'd do that.
listen to some of the stories because
You know, I'd like to
this is
have you get-
interesting.
I'd like to have you get better acquainted around, you know, so that you know where the hell to go and that kind of stuff, you know. And I can send you some places that you haven't been and they ain't on these maps and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, that'd be fun.
And show you where to get a drink of water and stuff.
Well, when you ever get up around Manti, you ought to come into our office sometime and take a look at the stuff we've collected over the years.
Okay.
I mean, we don't have a lot of real neat stuff, but you know Ross Nordell.
Well, I've met him, you know, and then he sent me some, he sent me a badge and some other stuff, you know,
Yeah.
just kind of got me a little care package together.
He does that. But I office with him up there at the
Okay.
sheriff's office, and we kind of like to collect a little stuff. A lot of
Yeah,
lots found.
I can see that.
Well, we just had a nice little visit with AC Ekker, the fellow who runs the cattle and owns this ranch. He invited us in and we shot the bull with him for about half hour, showed us around, told us that we need to come back and visit with him some more, and he'd show us some things we didn't even know existed out here, so we're going to look forward to doing that. Showed us a lot of nice pictures that he's collected, artifacts and all kinds of interesting things in here. And he was the fellow that came in on the airplane, and then he took off to go rustle up his dudes who were out wandering down in the desert toward Twin Trail Box. So he said adios and told us to help ourselves looking around, and I reckon that's what we'll do for a little while.
That's AC and his dad on the top picture, and that's Art in the bottom picture.
All right. Remember what we were talking about last night?
Look at
No question about it.
Point.
Like we was having a rodeo right here. Next page, right? Them are some old pictures.
wheel on a jackass.
Steers in San Rafael, 1921. Jack's knob.
Cooking dinner. It says that's pearl and hazel. Another view of the old Ekker house, the original one built in 1912, according to old AC. There's the bear walking back down to the old Wheelers. We're just about to do lunch here and sit by the old corral and have a sandwich. Another view of the old Henry Mountains over there.
A wonderful view from Angel Point. With wanderers shooting copious amounts of Kodachrome in the background. There's the Dirty Devil River. One of the big alcoves out here. We're going to take an old look over to the west. Henry Mountains. Angel Crossing down below. Going south. Outlaws used to bring rustle cattle and horses across this all the time out here at Robbers Roost. Was he sulking because he didn't get to come out here?
He said we knew that we was going to come out here before he put in for the but he didn't put in for this.
Well, it was rather rude of us.
We just slept through it all.
As we told old AC, we didn't bring a single granola bar with us out here either. But we did run out of ice.
He probably don't hear that kind of breakfast about granola eaters.
Wayne Owen.
Wayne Owen.
Get the other one. Go ahead. Them fine little motor cars.
Yeah.
What is it they call them there? Fine motor cars.
Subaru.
Subarus, that's what it is. Itchy Subaru. I think the AC would give a quick kick out of that guy.
Yeah, I think he shared our visionaries on the way things were going today. But he didn't want us to tell him that his world was closing in on him.
Yeah, well, nobody wants to do that.
That's true.
Well, there's one song that's just really playing.
You found this axe out here, Claude?
Yeah. Right out here north of camp. Come right off the real Indian.
I'll say. It needs to be sharpened.
Needs to have a good axe handle and put in it.
Here comes the bear in on another ride. Need to load the wheelers up. Then ride on down the road, down to the granary. Clear crazy. The bears went crazy on us.
A little bit feeling its oats this morning.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It didn't try to throw you or nothing.
No. It might have tried a little, not much.
And right up there on his last ride into camp before we load him and head for home. It's a terrible thing that has to happen, but yeah, there it is. There's the picket. Sneaking down through the trees.